Chapter 26. Signs. Spring in Goodharts burst forth boldly, painting the town with delicate blooms of hyacinths, daffodils, tulips, and lilies of the valley. Lilac bushes and magnolia shrubs entwined with climbing morning glories adorned every fence and wall, draping them in white, pink, and purple hues. The air buzzed with the chatter of people, loud children, and the symphony of birdsong and insect chirping. Ferry relished every breath of spring, feeling the change in the air beyond his backyard for the first time. Yet amidst the bustling streets, the swing beneath the old walnut tree remained his sanctuary. He savored the mingling scents of laundry, soap, and evening freshness. From his perch, he gazed at the silent forest, where sparks danced between the trees, their allure beckoning him. Though his mother called them fireflies, Ferry knew they were something more enchanting. The forest's call grew stronger with each passing day, yet parents' warnings persisted: stay away from the woods. Despite this, Ferry cherished spring with his best friends, Matilda and Ben. He missed May though; she was frequently ill that season. Whenever he visited, they found magic in the simple moments, studying on May's balcony, sipping lemonade, nibbling butter biscuits, and watching the world around. In Goodharts, nearly every kid owned a bike. As soon as spring peeked in, they raced outside, hopping on their bikes to explore the hills until the sun set. "I can't wait for the bike race," Matilda exclaimed. "I'm sure I'll win this year." "What race?" Ferry asked. "Every year, there's a bike race for all the kids in town. It's simple. If you're older than 7 and have a bike, you can join. We all gather, about 20 of us, at the top of the hill. Then we ride around the town, ending at the central square. Last year, Billy Pride won because he had the fastest bike. But things are going to change this year," she declared confidently. "Your bike needs fixing first, Matt," Ben reminded her. "You always have trouble with the brakes." "I know," she sighed, a hint of sadness in her eyes. "It's because my bike is old. It belonged to my dad." "I could ask my dad to look at it," Ferry offered. "He's good at fixing things." Matilda's eyes lit up. "Would you do that?" "Of course," Ferry agreed, feeling a bit overwhelmed by her Wayne reaction. "Will you come?" Matilda asked eagerly. Ferry hesitated. "I don't have a bike, so..." His friends exchanged looks. "But I'll come anyway, to cheer you on," Ferry promised, forcing a smile. "Ben, you could lend him your bike," Matilda suggested. "You're always at the back anyway." Ben reluctantly nodded. "Of course." But Ferry sensed Ben's disappointment. "Ben, you don't have to. I can't ride a bike anyway." Matilda tried to argue, but Ferry interrupted, then it settled. "I'll be cheering for you from the sides." "Ben wouldn't stand a chance anyway," Matilda grumbled. But then her face lit up. "I know. It'd be great if Billy gave you one of his old bikes. He can't ride them all at once." Ferry shook his head. "Billy hates me. He would never give me anything," he said quietly. The rest of the way home, silence hung heavy among them. Matilda started her training the very next day. But her bike, old and rusty, didn't make it easy. Ben's bike wasn't much better; his dad got it from a flea market. Ferry learned to ride on his friend bikes pretty quickly. Even if he wasn't as fast as Matilda, biking quickly became his favorite activity. Riding down the hill, he felt the wind rush past him, carrying the scents of grass and blooms. It felt like flying, even just for a moment. One evening, after dinner, his dad called him into his workshop. Ferry rarely went there; the smell of iron made him uneasy. But this time, his dad seemed different, almost nervous. "Come in, Ferry," he said, leading him to the back. When he returned, he was holding a bike. "We wanted this to be your birthday present, but we decided to give it to you earlier." Ferry couldn't believe it. His dad had made him a bike. Painted red and white, it looked brand new. "Thank you, Dad," he managed to say. "You're welcome, son." And Ferry, his dad, paused. "Nothing. Take good care of it," he added, returning to his workbench. Finally, the day of the bike race arrived. It was a warm afternoon, the sun casting a golden glow over the excited crowd. At the top of the hill, nearly every kid from Fairies class gathered: Danny, Cecilia, even May, who had decorated her pink bike with flowers. The only one missing was Billy, who showed up late, huffing and puffing. He had a brand new bike, shiny and fast, painted red and blue, with a bell and a mirror. A younger child waved the start of the race with a white scarf. The race began, and the bikes zoomed down the hill. Billy took the lead, closely followed by Matilda. Fairy's dad had fixed up Matilda's bike, making it just as fast as Billy's. Soon the group of bikers spread out. Matilda surged ahead, leaving Billy in the dust, while Ferry trailed behind in third place. As Matilda disappeared into the distance, Billy fell behind her. Ferry might have overtaken him too, if it weren't for May. Her bike kept hitting rocks, causing her to lag behind. Even Ben passed her. Behind Ferry was Cecilia, pedaling hard, eager to pass him. But she didn't see a rock in her path and fell, hurting her knee. The other kids raced past her, but Ben stopped to help her, sacrificing his place in the race. Meanwhile, May was nowhere to be found. Ferry doubled back and found her crying by her overturned bike. "I can't," May said, tears streaming down her face. "I'm just so tired." "But you should go back, Ferry. I don't want you to lose the race because of me." Ferry helped her stand. "I'm way behind anyway," he said. "And no one could ever beat Matt." May wiped away her tears and smiled. "And now we'll go biking," he said. May nodded. "Where?" "Follow me," said Ferry, jumping on his bike. "I want to show you something." And they headed towards the western hills. Towards the shepherd's forest. They pedaled slowly, with the sunset caressing their heads. The cherry trees on the side of the road were scattering their flowers, the petals touching their faces with soft kisses. Ferry looked back once in a while to see May following him with a big smile on her face. She didn't look tired anymore, and the sun was playing in her hair. The forest was waiting for them. A scent of moist soil and wildflowers filled the cool, wet air. For a moment, May hesitated. "You know we're not allowed to go near the forest," she whispered. "Don't worry," Ferry said. "We'll only sit here, at the edge. I want to show you something." May quietly sat next to him. "And now?" Ferry smiled knowingly. "Now we wait." They didn't have to wait for too long. A small spark showed up between the branches of the oak trees. Then, the sparks multiplied, specks of light dancing in the air. May watched them dance, her eyes wide open. "It's beautiful," she said. "I've never seen anything more beautiful." "My mum says they're fireflies," said Ferry, his eyes following the glowing dance. May smiled at him, making Ferry feel warm again. For a while, none of them said a word. Then something changed, and they both knew it. Something was rustling on the carpet of leaves and branches covering the ground. And soon, they saw a shadow among the trees. Someone was giggling. A little girl. She passed by right in front of them. At that moment, they both felt like time was running really slowly as she hopped and bounced, making pirouettes in front of their stunned eyes. She didn't seem to notice them, and before they knew it, they lost sight of her as she melted into the thin green mist among the trees. "What was that?" asked May, frowning. "Have you seen her too?" Ferry nodded. It wasn't the first time they saw that little girl playing hide-and-seek in the forest. "Maybe we should go," May said. "You know what they say about the forest. We shouldn't have come so close." They pedaled fast, as if someone was after them. When they got to the central square, something caught their attention. A group of children had gathered around Matilda and Billy. They were arguing. "You cheated." Matilda was shouting at Billy. "No, I didn't," Billy replied. I won, as always. Because I'm the best, he said with a large grin on his face. No, you cheated. I saw you when you put something on the wheel of your bike. An engine or something to make your bike run faster, and that's cheating, she concluded. You're just saying that because you lost, Billy snapped back. Go on, check my bike. There's no engine. Matilda carefully studied the bicycle, but couldn't see anything unusual. Ferry stepped closer so he could take a better look at Billy's bike. I could have sworn there was something on the wheel, Ferry, Matilda said when she saw him. She was close to weeping. There was something glowing. It was just me and him, and after a while, I could see his bike. It was flying. That's how he won the race, she stressed the words. Billy laughed in her face. That's silly. Who's ever heard of a bike flying? I can tell you are spending too much time with Ferrymat. You've become just as weird. Matilda was shivering with anger, and she was about to throw herself at him. But Ferry stopped her. Billy took his bike, and he passed them by with a smirk on his face. Celia, let's go, he said. Winner again, he added, loud enough so that everyone could hear him. Cecilia joined him, limping. Ben had bandaged her knee with his handkerchief. He had also abandoned the race. She looked as if wanting to say something to Ben before leaving. But then she changed her mind. Instead, she passed by Ben. Yet her nose was not as high in the air as other times. I'm sure I saw his bike flying, Ferry, Matilda said, and her voice broke. I wish you could see it too. She then squinted her eyes. By the way, where have you been? She saw May sitting next to Ferry. Oh, I see, she said, glaring daggers at him. Thanks for being there for me, she spat the words. She got on her bike and pedaled so furiously, smoke was almost coming out of the bike's wheels. She then disappeared into a dark alley, without looking back.